Hey there, my name is Veronica, and I am a conscious manifesting coach, and I am here to make your life better. What are we going to be talking about today? It is how to be irresistible to any person. Yes, any person, your specific person, your ex, your crush, maybe someone that has rejected you or turned you down. All of these scenarios can work. I'm going to be telling you proven tips and tricks of things to do, also what to avoid, so that you will have all of the tools necessary to have this work for you. If you would like to learn more about me, veronicaisles.com is the place to go. You can get my personalized one-on-one coaching there and find out more information on my ebooks, my retreats, and the products that I offer. Also hit that subscribe button to be first alerted as to when I release new content. Also, when I go online live, answering your questions for free. YouTube will let you know. You can also follow me on Instagram. I announce the live sessions there as well. Okay, so let's talk about desire first of all. Everyone has a particular type of person that they are attracted to. You probably have a particular type. If someone asked you right now what type of person you are attracted to, you would probably describe certain physical characteristics of things you like, particular eye color, a particular height, a particular body type. Now it's interesting to note that we all have deviated from that type from time to time. In fact, the specific person you have in mind that you want to be irresistible towards may be someone who is out of the box in terms of your type. I know in my own personal life, I have a particular type. Yet, I have had many people defy that type. For example, I have had people be shorter, taller, fatter, thinner, different color eyes, different color hair, tattoos, no tattoos, facial hair, no facial hair, all different. And yet, I've been attracted to every single one of them. Now, we change our minds all the time. So it's important to note that even if your specific person has rejected you, said, I could never fall in love with you, you're not my type. The type can change. But how do we change their mind? It's important to note that you cannot change someone's mind by convincing them. You cannot say the particular words that will then make them realize that they need to be with you. If you continually send texts, they will not necessarily respond to the 10th text. For example, if you've already sent 9 and they've gone unanswered, don't send the 10th one. It's not going to be any different. They're not going to start responding to you. They're not going to start accepting you until you change a few things and you do a few things to, in fact, attract that particular result. So number 1, we need to stop trying to do physical things to get their attention. You should not post particular pictures or particular things on social media to suddenly make them be attracted to you. You should not write them a letter and explain why they should give you another chance, or why they should give you a chance, or why they should see you in a romantic way. You should not send them flowers, send them gifts, bribe them. Try to convince them, try to convince their friends, their family members. None of this will work. It will fail every single time because it is a constructed game and it comes from a place of lack. It comes from a place of you thinking you need to fix and control the situation by doing things to capture their attention and to make them suddenly realize why you are so irresistible. All of these things will fail. If you want to be suddenly seen as irresistible and suddenly have them change their mind, it is possible, but you need to come from a place of abundance. All of those examples that I gave you, they came from a place of lack. In addition, those are physical things I mentioned. You should also not do mental things, such as argue with them in your mind, such as convincing them in your mind. For example, you may not be trying specifically to physically gain their attention, but in your mind, you may be arguing with them, you may be protesting, you may be crying in your mind, telling them why they should give you a chance. So we need to turn off all physical avenues. We need to turn off all energetic avenues. Now, what I mean by energetic avenues is the thoughts you're thinking, the thoughts you're constructing, the ideas you're constructing in your mind. We need to turn off all of those things like a light switch. So promise yourself right now, you will stop doing every single one of those things. And when you get the inclination to do one, you will realize that it will fail. That is not the way to success. And instead, you will follow the ways to success. So how do we get success? That's the million-dollar question. Okay, so first we need to imagine the preferred result. Now you can imagine the preferred result in many different ways. Imagining happens in all different ways. It doesn't just happen from you closing your eyes and formulating pictures in your mind. Now, yes, you can close your eyes and imagine, but for example, if you say to yourself, well, I'm just not good at doing that, my mind wanders, you should not omit this step. There are many other different ways to imagine. You can imagine by writing things down, by physically writing things down, or you could type them in an app or on your computer on some sort of Word document. But let's actually write things down. Let's write the preferred result. So you want to be irresistible to this person. What does that exactly look like? Try to use descriptive words and say, well, I want them to call me all the time. I want us to go out on dates at this particular location. I want this person to introduce me to their family, to post things on social media, to show me off. What does being irresistible look like? You want this person to sexually desire you. You want this person to commit to you. So write down your exact needs, the exact outline of what being irresistible looks like. Don't just say, I want to be irresistible to someone. Actually map it. Write it down, imagine it, say the words out loud as you're looking at yourself in the mirror, any combination of this. But we have to pick one of these options or come up with your own that you feel at one with. Can't skip this process. And trust. All of these ways will get you there, so it doesn't matter. Like one isn't stronger than the other. The thing is, what's strong about it is you actually doing it. You taking the time to do it. Now, you don't have to take a long time to do this. 15 minutes is fine. You only have to do this once. Don't continually repeat this process. Okay, so after you do this, there will usually be a voice of resistance that comes into your mind. The voice of fear that says, oh, well, that's not going to happen. That's not possible. And will present you with either past evidence or current evidence as to why it's not possible. Now, this voice will come up every single time. It will come up always when you present a new outcome of something you don't have. This voice is something to expect. This voice is not something to be afraid of. The fact that this voice came up does not mean that that voice is right. Everyone experiences this voice, even me. So all we have to do is develop ways to comfort ourselves from this voice and to reassure ourselves that yes, what I just did imagine, what I did just map out is in fact possible. It may not be happening in my current world, but it is in fact possible. So we want to admit that the possibility exists. We may not know exactly how to get there. That's okay. You don't have to have that part figured out. And if the fear voice tells you, well, if you don't have that part figured out, then it can't happen, it's wrong. Because plenty of things can happen in many unexpected ways. You may have heard that life is stranger than fiction, because it really is. The way you manifest something is in a way you usually never guessed. So don't even try. Don't even try to imagine how on earth they're going to suddenly change their mind. I mean, different examples of ways they could change their mind. They could have a dream about you. They could suddenly change their mind about you. They could feel different about you. They could suddenly become attracted to you. I'm sure there's instances where you have suddenly changed your mind about something, just out of the blue. Or maybe you suddenly became attracted to someone that you kind of disliked before. Happens all the time. So it's possible. So admit the possibility, and that is a way of comforting yourself because we're trying to release that resistance, trying to release that struggle. Now next, we have to embrace the time delay. There is always a time delay. Seldom do we set our minds and set our goals on something and it instantly comes to being. And that is okay because we live in a world where there's a perfect time and place for everything to arrive. Now you're trusting that this time delay is not a threat is really important. You need to be friends with this time delay. Be at one with the time delay. Don't ask yourself, well, how long is it going to take? I mean, does it really matter? If you're going to get it anyway, does it really matter? If it takes, 5 hours, 5 weeks, 5 days, 5 months, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in the end. You have it, so who cares? And so we have to release our need to control and have all of the answers right now as to how long this is going to take. Again, it doesn't matter. In the end, if you have it, didn't matter how long it took. You want it to be perfect, right? So you don't want to rush it. You want it to actually be genuine and real and have this person have real, genuine feelings towards you. So let them arrive at that place in their own timing. Let go of the need to control. Now, letting go is not hard at all. Letting go is something you need to embrace. You need to have the courage to let go of this current moment of lack. If you are unwilling to let go, then you are holding on to this current moment where you will never be with this person. The only way to be with this person and have them find you irresistible is to let go. Now, letting go is not letting go of your desire or saying that you're okay without it. Letting go is about embracing this current moment, saying, you know what? I want this, but I am going to make the best life ever in the meantime. Again, being at one with the time delay, knowing it's on its way. So you are saying, you know what? I'm not going to think about this all the time because it's not required of me. It actually pushes things away. So I'm just going to think about it when it feels good. And then the rest of the time I'm going to let go and I'm going to live my life as if it was a guarantee that this person would change their mind and want to be with me in the most ideal, perfect way. So we are going to let go and embrace it. Again, this is not going to work unless you let go. So you have to find a way to let go and be friends with yourself, knowing that there is a way for you to let go. Everyone can let go. Letting go is about feeling better. That is what letting go is. It's about feeling better. So you're going to comfort yourself through this other voice that keeps telling you, no, it can't happen. You're going to pose gentle suggestions. Say, well, what if it did happen? Because that's very gentle. It's just posing a possibility. We're going to let go. Letting go is comfort. Letting go feels good. It's like, when you feel comforted, you're comforted by sort of a warm blanket, soothing music. Your stomach is full because you had the greatest meal. That's letting go. Letting go is about, hey, wait a second, there are things to appreciate right here and right now. And you know what? I manifested those things, whether I consciously realize it or not. I manifested them. So if I've got good things going on right now, even if it's just one, it is proof that I can manifest anything. All right. So I hope this video could help you achieve becoming irresistible to your ideal person, the person that you specifically want, maybe the person that rejected you. If you would like to work with me one-on-one on this, veronicaisles.com is the place to go. I'm happy to hold your hand through the process. I want you to succeed. I want you to know you can succeed. I have a specific person workshop package where you get daily support from me and we work through your issues, work through what's holding you back, and I help you feel better on a daily basis. Follow me on Instagram, Veronica Isles, and you can see all the wonderful things I'm manifesting. Also, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already so that you can be a part of my live shows. My live shows on YouTube, which are impromptu, never scheduled. And if you hit that bell icon, YouTube will let you know so that you can be first in line to ask me a question. If you would like your question guaranteed to be answered, go to Anchor, anchor.fm/Veronica Isles. Leave me a voice note. And I guarantee you, your voice note will be put in the queue and it will appear on a future podcast. I hope this could help in achieving all of your goals, all of your dreams. I'm wishing you all the best and have a wonderful day.